Submarines. I always thought that submarines were an invention of the 20th century, sometime around World War II. But is this really so? Let us investigate. Underwater craft has a long and colorful history. Many great men had a dream of underwater exploration. Alexander the Great had himself lowered deep in the sea in a fine barrel made entirely out of white glass. First documented sketches of submersible aquatic vehicles were made by Leonardo da Vinci in the late 1400s, but he kept his invention secret because he didn't want war to be more violent than it was already. It took hundreds of years for inventors to bring the concept of submarine into its working state. However, all these innovative designs have been somewhat deficient in their performance. So, here comes Napoleon, a man who wants to conquer the world, and commissions the very first practical submarine. Clearly, Napoleon was a man ahead of his time, a phenomenally compelling leader, and a great military strategist. Plus, he surrounded himself with a team of intellectuals. One of Napoleon's scientists included the brilliant American inventor, Robert Fulton, the very same Robert Fulton who invented the steamship. It was Robert Fulton who also designed a first genuine submarine, and he named it the Nautilus. It was made of copper metal and moved through the water using a hand-cranked propeller. When surfaced, a fan-shaped collapsible sail could be deployed. In 1800, Fulton and 3 mechanics stayed in under 7.5 meters of water for more than an hour. And get this, he even built a torpedo that in the same test blasted apart the hull of an abandoned ship. All tests were successful. But in the very last moment, Napoleon decides to cancel the sail. Why? Because art of war in the age of Napoleon had to be fair. The idea of trying to sneak up on their enemies underwater excited Napoleon's engineers, but not Napoleon himself. Napoleon thought that underwater warfare was underhanded and dirty. When the French did not adopt Fulton's submarine, the inventor offered his plans to the British. But Admiral Nelson, like most officers of his time, loathed the invention of submarine. So, the British gave him money to stay loyal, but once the war was over, sent him packing back to US. Today, submarines play a key role in defense of many countries. The time of war machines beneath the waves is finally here. Or perhaps the time of great men is over.